Ever since the KTM 390 Adventure went on sale in India, a few of you hardcore off-road riders demanded that KTM bring a variant with wire spoke wheels and adjustable suspension. Well, your prayers have finally been answered, and this variant here is the top spec 390 Adventure with the wire spoke wheels and the adjustable suspension. The question is, should you spend that extra cash over a standard 390 Adventure and buy this variant? The 390 Adventure SW or spoke wheels, as the name suggests, has wire spoke wheels wherein the rims are made of aluminium while the spokes are made of steel. KTM says that this helps keep the weight of the wheels in check while benefiting from the impact absorption capabilities of the steel spokes. But one small disadvantage of having non-tubeless wire spoke rims is that you have a tube inside over here. So in case you have a puncture, you will have to take this wheel off and then get to the tube inside and fix the puncture. That is time consuming, and you don't want to be stranded somewhere in the middle of nowhere without a puncture repair kit. The other welcome addition is the adjustable suspension at both ends. The adjustable suspension is such a big boon for this motorcycle. It is one of the major reasons why you would want to invest in this variant. We started with the middle setting. There are 30 settings in all. So in the front you get rebound and compression settings. We started at level 15, and that setting itself was more than enough to strike a good balance between ride and handling. So the front end becomes quite absorptive. We hit some really bad patches, some craters, I hit some bumpy roads, and the ride felt quite plush. Now, of course, I could make it a lot harder or softer depending on the road conditions, and that kind of adjustability is what makes this bike even more versatile than it always was. What I also really liked about the adjustment mechanism is how easy it was to operate. The clicker knobs at the top of the fork don't require any tools, and that makes life easy when you want to make adjustments by the side of the road. At the rear, you've got preload and rebound settings, and what that does is also controls the amount or the rate at which the rebound occurs. So with the amount of adjustability you've got at the front and the rear, you've got a motorcycle that stays quite planted and settled over really bumpy surfaces. So whether you're riding on road or off it, you have the ability to set this motorcycle to your tastes. Besides the ride quality, the handling characteristics also change with the addition or deletion of damping. On the smooth, winding roads of the Tamhini Ghat, for instance, it was easy to stiffen up the front suspension for sportier dynamics. But the true test of the spoke rims and the adjustable suspension was when we rode up and down the trails at the Pro Dirt Adventure Park in Talegaon, Maharashtra. From riding on trails strewn with mud to big jumps as well as the odd river crossing, the bike tackled it all. Hitting a few rocks while riding down our trail also didn't induce a mild heart attack, as I was safe in the knowledge that wire spoke rims have better ability to bear big impacts than alloy wheels that could chip or bend in similar situations. In all, the difference that adjustable suspension makes is huge, and that is one of the reasons that would make one lean towards this variant of the 390 ADV. So I think the KTM 390 Adventure design has always been a little, whether you like it or not like it. I sort of like it, not so much. It looks good from some angles and some angles it doesn't. But the special paint scheme for the top end variant, it really appeals to me. I like the Ready to Race logo over here. I like the way the KTM has been written over this panel over here, or the WP sticker on the fork. Again, it sort of livens up the look of the motorcycle, and I think it is a design that has aged quite well. But this color variant is something that I really like. But what if the budget is a constraint for you and you want the 390 ADV experience? Well, in that case, at the lower end of the spectrum lies the X variant at Rs 2.8 lakhs. This is the KTM 390 Adventure X, and as you know by now, this is the most affordable variant of one of the most popular ADVs in the market. Now, there are a few deletions that KTM has done to make this as price competitive as it is at the moment, and they have done so well in time as the launch of the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450 is imminent. Now, in terms of the body panels, etc., it is the same as the standard 390 Adventure.
However, the X variant gets these nice color schemes, and I think this makes the bike stand out. It doesn't look like a cheap variant of the original KTM 390 Adventure. So whether you're talking about this slightly grayish tank, or the black panels over here, or the contrasting orange and white stickering over here, even the orange tail section, I think it really stands out and brings about a bit more of a flair to the entire design and the appearance of the motorcycle.
While they've got the look spot on, let's check out what equipment does this bike lose over the standard bike.
In terms of other deletions, we have a LCD display that's taken from the KTM 250 Adventure. A lot of people like the more neater and cleaner look of this LCD display in comparison to the slightly more cluttered look of the TFT display in the standard variant. So a lot of people will like this, and I think this motorcycle makes a lot of sense for people who do not want too many electronic gadgets on their motorcycle. So they don't care about Bluetooth, you don't care about quick shifter, you don't care about traction control. These are the deletions that KTM has made to make this bike affordable, and I think you won't really miss these features. On the other hand, when you're riding off-road, you have the off-road ABS mode, so you can switch off ABS at the rear wheel, get the tail to slide a bit, have a little bit of fun. And I think that is something that I'm happy that KTM has kept with this motorcycle. So overall, I think it's not a big compromise, so to say. In order to keep the motorcycle as price competitive as it is, they've slapped on MRF tires instead of the Metzeler Tourance tires that you get on the other variants of the 390 Adventure. Now, is that a big compromise? On the road, not a lot. I have to say that the Metzelers feel grippier and nicer, and are more feedback rich in comparison to the MRFs here. But it's not that the MRFs are really bad or really down the scale in comparison to the Metzelers. Even off-road, I think the grip levels were pretty decent. I'm not a great off-road rider as such, but I think the Metzelers still have a little bit of an upper hand. But then again, you can always buy this motorcycle and ride it, and once you've worn out these tires, you can slap on the Metzelers and still have the benefit of saving over 60,000 rupees over the standard variant of the 390 Adventure.
In the end, the 390 Adventure X brings all the performance and capability of the standard bike at a more affordable price. The little bit of kit it misses won't really be felt in the long run if all you want is a simple, straightforward, fast and capable ADV.